Okay, guys, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you're watching this. My name is Patrick Johnston, and I'm the co-owner of GoDominicanLife.com. We are a national real estate company based here in the Dominican Republic with offices in Sosua Cabarete, Puerto Plata, Las Terrenas, Barra Punta Cana, and this month in La Romana. And I'm filling in for Maria Abreu, so let's get started. Well, I guess the opportunities in tourism, generally speaking, in Samaná, where I live, we are one of the uh, uh, areas of the country that are on the up. And why that is because generally this area has only become relatively popular in the last half a dozen years or so. When I came here in 2015, most of the roads in this town were still sand or dirt. It's only in the last 3 or 4 years that they've been paved. We went from literally 5 years ago, dial-up internet or very similar, very low, high-speed internet, to having fiber internet service here in this province. So, which that has opened a lot of doors. So people like this area because it's off the beaten track. It's a little harder to get to as compared to, say, flying nonstop in the world into Punta Cana Barro. But because it's a little bit of a secret here still, people still love to come here. In terms of examples of what has been selling and what's been popular, condominiums in this town have only been really around for 5 years. So last year, let's call it August of 2020, there were building permits and developments with about 500 condos being built in this town. And everybody was a little bit not sure on how quickly those would be absorbed in the marketplace. I'm proud to say, literally by April of 2021, there was like 30 or 40 condos remaining of that original 500 that had not sold. So it proves the point. The pandemic has really changed the mindset of a lot of people, primarily because you can work from home now with ease and is very widely acceptable. So your choice is, do you want to work from Minneapolis, Minnesota, or Winnipeg, Manitoba online? Or do you want to change your home to be where your vacation is? So then you save money because you're not taking vacations per se, because you live in a vacation and you work online. So anything can be done that way. During the pandemic, when tourism was down by way of international standards, the major cities of Santo Domingo and Santiago, this town is a weekend getaway for those areas. So we were always busy from, say, Thursday night till Sunday midday with tourists, Dominicans, coming in for the weekend. And that really assisted the absence of international tourism. But now that things are opening, we have the best of two worlds now. We have the Dominican national market that want to now travel here more because they've experienced more of their own country during the pandemic because availability was there. And now we're about to embrace a winter market. So there are, in this town, the best part of Las Terrenas and Samaná is that we are primarily not an all-inclusive town. So when you compare, say, let's call it Barra Punta Cana, everybody knows 95% of the town there appears to be all-inclusive, 1 week and 2 week vacationers. Here in Las Terrenas, we have a couple of all-inclusives, one at either end of the town, but not in the town center or proper. And so we have lots of what I call fork and knife type of accommodation, condos, apartments, villas for rent. And proven in the pandemic, sort of the mindset was just go with my family or extended family and rent a villa and have a villa experience or a condo experience versus going to a massive all-inclusive hotel. And that really made us very different in this market in the country to have a wide selection of knife and fork type of accommodation, do it yourself. It's a bit better on the budget, of course. It gives you privacy. It still allows you to have a great vacation and keeps your family close by. So that's been a big benefit. So Airbnb, Booking.com, Expedia, all of those booking engines have been very strong, and people have bought any level of condominium or villa and put their site up and start booking revenue. So do your homework, go on Airbnb, look at your comparables for what you think you're going to buy, determine what the nightly rate is, bring some value to the table by either having more value than price or less of a price to give more value, and then watch the bookings come in. But don't be afraid that you need to be booked 30 days out of every month. If you can do a Thursday to a Sunday short stay every weekend, you're doing very well in this country. So, and that's now. Wait till the wintertime. It's going to be even stronger. I think the pent up demand for the last basically 2 years of the whole situation globally, I think people, especially in the northern climate, are going, let's get out of here. I'm going. And we see it. We see it on the online inquiries. We know from booking people to come that we're picking up at the airports. We see what they're doing, and we can tell that the onslaught of what I call December through April will be bananas with people in this country because they've been absent for almost 2 years. So we look forward to having them back.